Hi there, and welcome back to the Matt Greer Music channel. So today I want to start a new series. This is something I've wanted to do for a long time on here, but what I want to do is highlight pieces of gear and synthesizers that are not really well known. They're sort of oddballs. They're not in a lot of people's collections. Of course, we all know the Moogs, the Rolands, the Korgs, all of that stuff, but these are things that they're either manufacturers that died out, or they only made a few products, or they weren't widely available. So yeah, I've wanted to do this for a while. I've got some oddballs in my collection, and I thought it might be kind of fun to review and feature and demo those. So today we are going to start with this guy. This is the Drumfire DF500, and what this was like a drum brain is what they used to call these things, and basically this would sit alongside a drummer's regular drum set, and it had these triggers that came out of it that you would affix to your drums. Like, it was probably a piezo connector, but you'd put that on your tom, your snare, your hi-hat, and your kick, and each time you played the drum, it would send a trigger into this. And what this basically is an analog synthesizer with 5 different voices. They're all the same, but you can tune and shape the sound for each one, so you could get a kick, you could get a snare, different kind of stuff in your drum kit. So yeah, thanks for joining, and let's get started with the Drumfire DF500. Okay, so quick rundown of the features on this unit. So as I said before, there's 5 identical analog voices. Today we're going to be using 2 through 5 on here. Each one has a sensitivity, which we'll see what that means here in a second, oscillator decay, noise decay, sweep, which is kind of like a pitch bend or portamento. It kind of makes the oscillator change in pitch and flow through that. Then there's a balance between oscillator and noise. And we have volume at the end for each one, so you could mix it, and then there's a left and right pan, because this device is actually stereo, which is interesting to me, I think, considering its age and sort of what it does. I find it unique that they would make this stereo. Again, you have volume controls for the left and right channels. Today we're going to use the output from the headphone because it's a little hotter into my Go mixer than the normal. This would be if you were amplifying it. On the back side, you have an in 1/4-inch jack for each voice and an out, so you could separate the audio into a mixer for each output if you wanted to. Again, this is where the triggers would go that would hook up to your drum set. We don't have that, so we're going to use the machine drum today to send separate audio tracks out of it into these so that you can hear each one individually. Alright, so I'm going to start this. This is just a super simple 4 on the floor like techno beat, but I'm going to kick this off with just the bass drum going into this one. So let's try to make this into a kick. Let's see. Alright, so let's take down the decay some. Okay, let's take the pitch down. Still a lot of noise in that. There we go. Not quite a kick sound, even with the pitch all the way low. It's more of a bass, but see if we can get anything with the sweep here. Alright, and we'll stay with that for now. Alright, so I'm going to turn on the snare. So that's this one now. That's obviously not a snare sound. So let's turn that more into a noise. Oh yeah, and sorry, these pots are really scratchy. This thing needs to be cleaned and stuff, but it's pretty snare-ish. Kind of a clap kind of sound too. It's got broken up sounds in the wave there. That'll work. Maybe we'll paint it a little bit. Cool. Alright, now let's turn on the hi-hat. Alright, again, that's more of a synth sound, so. Okay. Alright, now let's turn on this tom. Let's try to make a bass maybe. Kind of cool. Alright, let's see. So let me get out of mute mode here. I'm going to go to this tom. Now something else interesting about this is the way the sensitivity on these works. Gosh, you can just tap the thing and it does stuff. Anyway, depending on the envelope shape of the sound that goes into this, it will do that shape in response to the sound that triggers it. So if you had like a really long 808, like boom kind of kick, it would follow that. And if you had a really short hi-hat, it would follow that. So it's kind of cool in that way because you can use whatever you're using to trigger this to further shape the sound. But yeah, that's basically what this does. It's pretty simple to operate and understand. There's not too many of these things out there, and looking at how it's built, that's not surprising. This metal is really thin. You can see it just wobbles when I just touch it. And, the outputs are kind of janky, and the knobs, some feel really loose and some are really stiff. But if you're looking for something unique to add some synth textures or drums to your work, check these out. They do come up on eBay or Reverb from time to time. I only know of one other person who owns one personally, and he actually lives in the same city I do, which is kind of funny. But yeah, Drumfire DF500, analog synth machine, pretty cool. So I'll kind of play us out with some more demonstration. And yeah, if you guys have any comments or questions, let me know down below. And thanks for watching.